Hi, welcome back to Yoga with Sarah Ford. Today in our beginner series we are going to be covering forward fold. And so this pose stretches our hamstrings and also relaxes and stretches our spine. So the way to get into this, there's different ways depending on where you are in your flow. But if we're doing this starting from a standing position, we have a little bend in our knees and we'll just hinge from the hips and allowing our head and upper torso to drop to the floor. And this is a forward fold. So we're already here. The feet placement can be about hip width distance apart. Sometimes people will ask for your feet to be together, touching, or a little bit wider apart. It just depends on your preference. Typically it's just a hip width distance apart. And we're thinking about our hamstrings here, noticing any stretching and tension here. And if you ever need to bend your knees, I always suggest bending them enough to allow your upper torso to relax and give into gravity so that we're not holding tension in our upper part of our body. We're really letting the upper half relax. So maybe your knees are bent pretty deeply, and that's okay. We want to make sure that we just feel a stretch in our hamstrings and we're allowing the upper part of our body to release. To really let go and release any tension in the spine. And we let our shoulders go and our neck hanging, so shaking your head yes and no. Allow any tension to release, our arms are just hanging down. And this is forward fold. And so there's other variations of this. You can do it seated if you'd like. So being seated on our mat, legs out in front of us, and hinging from the hips here, we get that same stretch, just with a little bit of less guidance from gravity. You can also do it in a chair, so in a seated pose, just allowing yourself to hinge forward at the hips and release forward. So that is forward fold for you. That's something you can practice just to gain hamstring flexibility and build that up. And I'll see you again next week with our new pose. And you can find me on Instagram at Yoga with Sarah Ford. You can find my online classes in the description below. Please like and subscribe, comment any poses or flows you'd like to see from me in the future. Have a nice week and namaste.